Hey there, you lovers of camping stoves and all things to do with fire, flames, and hot stuff. To fuel my pyromania addiction, I got me another camping stove off AliExpress, as recommended by my therapist. Now, this thing looks small, but I gotta tell you, this one packs a big punch. We all know about Jetboil burners, and we all think that Jetboil design style burners are the fastest cookers around town, but let me introduce you to the newest kid on the block, the newest underdog in the town of camping stoves, the triple firepower ultra compact camping cooker. Now let me just say, this is like biblical stuff, where little David, and by that I mean this little cooker, comes up against the big Goliath, and by that I mean Jetboil. So the question is, which one will win this battle? Which one can bring water to the boil the fastest? In this video, I'll show you this new contender, the triple firepower camping cooker, and everything you want to know about this little gas burner. All the relevant links will be in the video description below. Now remember, I'm not trying to sell you anything, but if I come across a product that I think others might be interested in, I'll review the thing so that you can decide for yourself if this product is for you. And by the way, if you enjoy this video, please give me a thumbs up. And consider subscribing to the channel, where I review a bunch of different stuff as recommended by my therapist. So anyways, let's get into it, shall we? As I mentioned, I purchased this off AliExpress for $33, which included delivery to my door. In fact, the postman chucked it into my pretty little hands. And so this is how it comes. In a nice and tidy little orange box that measures 9 centimeters by 9 centimeters by 10 centimeters high and weighs 394 grams. So let's take this thing out of its tough little container. You'll see it's got a flexible gas pipe, which is about 65 centimeters long. It's got a gas canister connector at the end of it. And at the end is an adjustable flame valve, keeping it well away from the fiery burny part. You open up the camping stove arms like this. I want you to notice that the arms are serrated. This sort of helps hold your cookware better. And the legs pop down, providing a 3-point stand and 3-point holding arms for your cookware. Now also notice there's a built-in windshield around the burners. Now what's different about this burner is the 3 burner heads that it has. So it's got 3 of them, right? So theoretically, this should burn 3 times as hot. Well, yeah, I'll show you exactly how well these burners work a little bit later in the video. Now, I think you'll be very surprised how it does against the mighty Jetboil. It also has a Piezo starter, and obviously that starter sets a spark to the gas and thereby igniting the flame. So there's no need for any matches when you carry this cooker around. In fact, this little starter worked for me first time every single time. It's actually really good. Now the materials that this cooker is made from is actually pretty good materials, such as stainless steel and alloy. I think it's very well designed, and there's absolutely no sharp edges to hurt or cut yourself on this cooker. Let's talk about the fuel. This burner can run off the usual gas canisters that hikers like to take along, whether it's propane, butane, or the expensive gas that those glampers like to lug along, isobutane. Ooh. Now, if you have the standard gas canisters that Jetboil generally uses, then the threaded connector at the end of the hose screws straight on. However, if you have the much cheaper butane gas cartridge, then you will need this cheap little propane to butane cartridge adapter converter to connect this burner to the butane cartridge. Now remember, these propane or isobutane canisters are expensive. For example, this little 100-gram canister by Jetboil is $14. That's 100 grams of gas for $14. Whereas for this 220-gram butane cartridge, that's at $1.50 right there. Now, in my experience, both burn just as well as each other, but it might depend on how much space you have in your backpack for your cooking setup as to which option you'll go for. The flame control on this burner is via the flame control knob, which is at the end of the hose, so it's well away from the cooker or the fiery end thanks to that gas line. The knob actually works very nicely and is extremely precise. So let's turn on the triple firepower compact camping cooker. This triple burner head is something else. I'm telling you right now, I haven't seen anything like it before in these little cookers. It's powerful stuff. Check it out. Yeah. Now this is what I'm talking about. Check out the power that's coming from these 3 heads. This is what I've wanted all my life. This is exactly what the doctor ordered. Some super duper firepower for my cooking, finally. In fact, if I'm being brutally honest, it almost feels a little bit too powerful. I mean, I'm a little scared even. If being scared is even possible for a Yugoslav off-track hiker. So let's do some comparison now. Let's compare this little burner against some of the other contenders. Now, we all know and love the Jetboil. It's a tried and proven piece of kit for cooking up your food on the trails. It's well designed. It has a single burner head. I mean, my one here has a pot also that came with it that connects to the burner. The pot, if you know about Jetboil, the pot has fins on the base that help distribute the heat very quickly around the base, thereby bringing the contents to high temperature fast. Now, my one here is the Jetboil zip cooking system. It's got an 800 milliliter capacity pot, and I've used this a lot, that's for sure. But something that it does not have, it doesn't have a piezo starter on it. So that's quite unfortunate in my opinion. So what that means is I need to carry a lighter or matches or something that will assist in igniting the gas. It doesn't have a piezo starter on it. Now, this setup that I've got here costs around $180 to $220 depending on where you get it from, and it does not include a gas canister. Now, if you wanted a Jetboil cooker that does come with a piezo starter on it, then these will cost you around $270 to $350. I mean, I don't know what the deal is. Maybe the piezo starters are made out of gold or something, but although the Jetboil, yeah, it's a good bit of kit. It's very, very good. They are extremely expensive pieces of kit. So here's the question, right? I wonder how my $33 triple firepower compact camp cooker will perform against the mighty Jetboil. And hey, why don't we just chuck in another contender just to make things interesting? This is a little ultralight gas cooker that I've had for about 3 years now. And guess where I bought this thing from? AliExpress. How'd you guess? Yay! Now this thing is tiny. It packs up into almost nothing. It has a single burner head and it only costs around 10 bucks. It's 5.5 centimeters by 4 centimeters by 8 centimeters high, and it weighs only a peeny weeny 111 grams. Now, I also bought some legs for this little burner. The legs cost about $5. Super cheap stuff for a mini gas burner. And the butane gas cartridge connects to those legs. Otherwise, you can also use the mini burner straight on a propane gas canister like the Jetboil uses without those legs. So the legs aren't just there to provide a stand, they are there to provide a connection point for a butane gas cartridge. Unfortunately, the angle is not really right, and I'll just show you here that it kind of teeters and totters a little bit left and right when you put the butane gas cartridge on. Hey, it still works and we make do, but just be aware that this is a little bit of an issue in my opinion. The legs are a little bit too short when you connect the gas canister. Now what I want to do is show you the flames produced by all 3 different burners at this point. So the test that I will perform will be to bring 500 milliliters of cold water to the boil. And so we're going to first start off with the Jetboil. Okay, that's our champion, and that's going to set a standard with how fast it brings 500 milliliters or 2 cups of water to the boil. Next up, we're going to go with the Ultra Mini single burner gas cooker, that tiny little thing. We'll see how that performs, and then finally we'll test the new kid on the block, the triple firepower compact camping cooker. So which one do you think will win? Okay, put your money down now. Let's go. Now, as I've mentioned previously in my other videos when I review camping cookers, water will always boil a little bit faster if you keep the lid on. But for the purposes of these videos and just to show you that we're all above board and keeping to the rules of reviewing boiling water, we're going to leave the lids off, and you can see those pretty little boiling bubbles form up on each of these burners. Well, I think we have a clear winner here. I mean, just check out the time, right? This triple firepower compact camping cooker, man, that was fast. This beat the Jetboil. I mean, it's blowing me away. Like I got no words. Actually, I do have words. We're going to talk about now the pros and cons of this burner. So I'll first say about the Jetboil system. The Jetboil is pretty cool because it all fits into one kit, right? I like that, you like that, everyone loves that. When we talk about the triple firepower cooker here, this fits nicely into a tiny square little box, but that means that you'll also have to bring along your fuel, your gas canister, and store that somehow separately. It also doesn't have any cookware with it like the Jetboil does. So that's also something you'll have to think about when you're out there camping or hiking and want to take this thing along. Exactly how to keep your cooker, your cookware, and also your fuel together. Now, what I also really like about this cooker is the 65 centimeter long gas line. And what it means is that the gas canister is away from the flame, which definitely feels much safer than the other cookers I've shown in this video. I mean, the other two cookers, the Jetboil and the Ultra Mini Tiny Cooker, they both have gas canisters or cartridges almost right next to the flame. So I thought that's pretty cool. Now, the triple head burner also produces exceptional heat. I mean, I love that. I mean, this was very therapeutic for me, right? And it also has this small little windshield around it. So that's a pro. That's really cool. I think it works really well outside in windy environments. The Jetboil, everyone knows, has been proven to work well outside in windy environments too. But now probably the best thing about the triple firepower cooker is this. Price. $33 Australian. 33 bucks, mate, and that even includes delivery to my front door. It's super cheap, it's super powerful, and it's super compact. I mean, there's honestly nothing that I don't like about this little stove. It's dead set amazing. In fact, I'm gonna go and simply turn it on and just watch the fire burn until the gas runs out. Let's just call it my therapy. Anyways, you can go now and give me some privacy. Thanks very much for watching the video. Stay tuned for more reviews of cool stuff I've got coming up. Catch you on the next one.